to Jessica in Connecticut. Jess, you're up with April.
Excellent. I really thank you, Scott, so much. I haven't seen you in a while, but thank you so much. And April, I really love your story. I very much resonate with the Magic Rock Company. I used to paint rocks when I was 5 and sell them door to door. So I totally resonate with your story.
I love this. Where were you?
And what's that?
Where were you? We could have merged and maybe stayed successful.
I know. You're in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you live in Florida?
I do.
Yeah. I was living in Florida for 3 years and I came back to Connecticut, but I'm on my way back though. But let me ask you a question. Do you have a practice, a spiritual practice that you kind of center yourself every day? Do you do things for yourself to kind of, I feel like, that was part of your blueprint. Like, do you feel like reflecting back, looking back from here and when you started? I know I do when I'm like, okay, I look back on my years and like, wow, I started selling door to door, selling rocks to all my neighbors and negotiating with my neighbors and saying, hey, what about $1? And they like, oh, what about 25 cents? And we kind of negotiate back and forth. And later in life, I was in sales for like 17 years as part of my blueprint. So what do you do to be connected, I would say, to your higher intelligence for your next steps, what is your next goals that you're working on, and how do you stay centered?
I love
and
it.
Grounded.
I love it. There's a great question. So there are a few things that I do, and it's funny because it goes the spectrum from mindset to alignment and more spiritual, and candidly, depending on the audience I'm talking to, is the way that I'm going to gear it, right? Because I started from a place of mindset when I was younger, and it has gotten me more into understanding alignment and really that spiritual practice and how that helps me help so many other people. So every morning when I first wake up, the first thing I do is meditate, because I find that starts me off on the right foot. And I don't touch my phone. None of those things. First thing, I meditate, and I don't do it for very long, but that's how I get grounded. And then the second thing that I do is just spend about 30 seconds thinking about the things that I really appreciate about my life, about the things that are happening, and actually start my day from a place of gratitude. And what's interesting is, now something could happen within the next 30 minutes and like knock me off kilter, but every day, that's where I start from, and that's how I end my day too. And for me, that makes just a tremendous amount of impact, and it also keeps me on track, because just like anybody else, things can happen that you get frustrated over, you're sad or you're upset, but coming back to that on each end of my day has been really, really impactful.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Awesome.